When these golfers were told their beloved course was being cut in half by council, they were pretty teed off. Then they found out who lives nearby, and now they're furious.
Stealing land. It's taking the land from us.
It's world renowned, and we're just going to cut it in half because Clover's decided that she wants a park in her backyard? I mean, seriously, give me a break.
A turf war is brewing in Sydney's eastern suburbs, a grudge over golf, driving a wedge through the community. On one side, high-rise apartments filling the skyline over Green Square, where by 2030, 60,000 people will call home. On the other, avid golfers on the public course at Moore Park, who love their fairways and greens and their community.
It's been here for over 100 years. It's the busiest, one of the busiest golf courses in the Southern Hemisphere. This place is a great, diverse cross-section of our community. It's young kids up here, in an afternoon like this, learning the game after school. Young girls, we've got women's clinics up here.
It's often said Mark Twain used to quip, golf is a good walk spoiled. But the Sydney Lord Mayor, Clover Moore, says a good walk here is being spoiled by the golf.
So all this area will remain?
This is a driving range,
yes.
And that's what's really important for money making to help run Centennial Parklands.
She wants to carve off half the 18-hole golf course and turn it into a park for walks, runs and picnics. Moore Park by name, and now Moore Park by nature. The state government agrees and is in the planning stages to slice it up.
Look at it, it's just tower after tower. It's really dense, it'll become denser, and all of those people look over South Darling Street and see a fence that says keep out, and yet it's so close to them, and they could go for a run, they could go and sit under a tree and read a book, they could play with their children.
But what's got golfers up in arms, apart from losing a precious 9 holes, the Lord Mayor is one of the neighbours.
I think Clover, this has been a pet project of hers for 20 years. She's been advocating to try and take this course to, create her own personal park.
Should you have been a little bit more upfront in declaring that you're a neighbour and you might be someone who...
I live there like thousands do. It wouldn't have even occurred to me, actually. When trees are planted, they're not necessarily planted just because they're near my place. I don't think it's a feasible question, really.
Not just one, but several properties a few streets over.
We live in an apartment. We've acquired an apartment for our son and for our daughter who's coming out from England. And we're going to sell our family home.
The real problem here is the Sydney squeeze, a lack of green space factored into the ironically named Green Park, forcing the golfers out.
I think there's an understanding that there was an omission there at the time, that it will just happen that you'll have, another 60,000 people living there without access to open space.
There's still a lot to be ironed out in this plan. There'll be no car park. It's on one of Sydney's busiest intersections. It's also a 1.5 kilometre walk from Green Square. And just across the road is Sydney's famous Centennial Park. Jared Kendler is leading the campaign to save the golf course.
The part that obviously we're concerned about is that it remains golf course so that it can continue to cater for all the people that use it. Sorry.
It's pretty noisy.
No one's going to sit here and use this as a park.
When you have something you really like, you don't want it to be taken, but governments are about making decisions for the majority good.
And Clover says 9 holes, no worries, just go around twice.
If you're a runner and you run around an oval a number of times, you don't ask for a whole lot of ovals, so you only have to run around them once. But, the golfers could perhaps go around the 9-hole golf course twice. I know that's a revolutionary idea.
And how's your golf at the moment?
Came second today.
What would it mean for you if this all got sliced?
I'll be devastated.